Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am starting a 4-day today. I just got back from 10 days off. I was at the beach for the last 6 of those. So it feels a little weird to be at work, so I have not worked in 10 days. And when I was packing up my bag, I was like, I really hope that I did not leave anything behind that I need for work. But I think I have all my essentials. I've got my tablet, I have my badge, I have my wallet and passport and chargers and all that stuff. So I think the essentials I have, it might just be like little things that I forgot to pack. We'll see, because my bag is kind of a mess because I got home last night and then tried to pack everything really quickly and try to meal prep a little bit of stuff because this is a 4-day trip, so I didn't want to not have any food for the next 4 days because I'd be paying a lot of money if that was the case. So I didn't mean to do this, but I haven't really vlogged since the beginning of July because July has just been an insane month for me. I had to stack up all my trips at the beginning of the month. I ended up getting sick, had to call out of a trip. I had my family vacation and I just got really behind on editing stuff. I was vlogging a little bit, but I just never got around to editing. So I figured after my family vacation, I would just kind of start over fresh. So it is the end of July. This is my last trip for July, and it actually goes into August. The last day will be August 1st. So we're just gonna start over fresh, which is kind of sad because I did have some good trips that I had vlogged, but it just, when I was going through trying to edit them, I couldn't remember half the stuff that I recorded, like why I recorded it in the first place. So it would have been a whole mess. So we're just starting over. But I have about 25 minutes till my sign-in. I'm gonna go ahead and get all my stuff together and head into the airport because I do think I'm gonna pick up something for lunch in the airport if I have time. We'll see what time the bus gets here. But let's get all of our stuff together and get this trip started. Day 1 was supposed to be a Fort Lauderdale turn and then a leg to Memphis. You'll see what happens a little bit later, but I was the 3 on the 321, so this was my exit row and that was my jump seat. I did have time to go get food, so I went to Potbelly's and got a chicken salad. They're so good. So we had maintenance to start our day off and we're delayed about an hour, which meant our flight back from Fort Lauderdale was also delayed. Then we got on our plane to go to Memphis and had this lovely paperwork that basically said, hey, you're not going to get catered because your flight's under 500 miles, except our flight to Memphis was not under 500 miles. So I don't even know. Sometimes we get these and we're just like, okay, we're just rolling with it, I guess. But anyways, we had maintenance again on our flight to Memphis. This little X right here, there was a problem with the floor. It basically felt like it was like splitting in two, so we couldn't have people walk over it. So our flight ended up getting delayed until the next morning. We went illegal, obviously, so we had to spend the night in Charlotte and just casual unicorn, you guys, leaving the airport. Like the things you see. Welcome back to travel. Am I right? 10 days off and I just get thrown right into the chaos. Ooh, love that for me, guys. Love that for me. When I tell you this summer has been just absolutely horrible, like for flying, out of my 4 years of summer flying, like this has been the worst by far. I have never had this many issues, like maintenance issues, and then, you know, the weather is normal. Like there's always crazy weather in the summer, but like when you add that with this maintenance stuff that we've had going on, like I've never had this much maintenance like in a year. And like this summer is just like every single plane seems to have like something wrong with it. It's just like insane. It's been crazy. And I feel like people just assume because we work, like this is our job, that we know what's going on, and like we don't. Like we were all sitting on the plane, us, the pilots, like none of us knew what was going on. We just knew there was maintenance. We didn't know what maintenance was doing to fix the problem. Was it gonna get fixed? Were we gonna have to get a new plane? Like we didn't know what was happening. And then, you know, we'd been sitting there for an hour and a half, and then someone finally comes down and tells us, hey, never mind, flight's been delayed till the morning, but you guys have to get off the plane so we can tow it to wherever it needed to go, the hangar, I guess. And we're just like, okay. Then we get off the plane and we're like, what now? just like the waiting game, just like you guys. Like, we're literally going through the same things like you guys go through when there's delays like that. Like, we're just waiting around here, you're waiting for the updates. Like, we don't know. We promise that we do not know more than we're telling you. Like, we don't. We know just as much as you do. Half the time, like, passengers know before we do what's going on with the flight. Like, if you have the app and stuff, like, it'll notify you and you'll get updates about delays. People will come up to us and be like, why is the flight delayed? And we're like, what do you mean the flight's delayed? And they'll show us their little app. Like, we don't know what's going on, y'all. We just show up and go with the motions. Oh my gosh. But this is day 1 of 4, y'all. 1 of 4. I will say, though, our trip has gotten a little bit easier because originally it was a 3-2-2-1 and now it's a 2-1-2-1. So, because tomorrow we're only doing one leg to San Francisco. For a minute there, they said we were going to do the Memphis turn in the morning and then go to San Francisco, but then they realized that that was way too long of a duty day for us. We would not have been legal for all of that. So, our pilots, who were originally supposed to be with us all the way till tomorrow, they're doing the Memphis turn part of it and not San Francisco, and we're not doing the Memphis turn of it and just going to San Francisco. So there's that. Also, when I got to my room, I went to the bathroom and there was a bug in the bathroom, so I had to go back downstairs and change rooms. So that was just another thing to add to the day. I did do my bed bug check though, so these beds look fine, and also the air is actually working in this room. The other room, it was like hot and muggy, like smelled like a locker room, which is probably why the bug was in there. So this is probably better anyways. But yeah, what a freaking day. Day 1 of 4. We love it. We love it. This is my life, y'all. That's crazy. Anyways, I'm tired. It's 1:30. And the good thing is I get to sleep in tomorrow because our sign-in, like our band time, is not until 5:14 in the evening. So we got time to sleep in, which is nice. So maybe I'll go to the gym or something tomorrow. Or I might see what's around here. Maybe I'll go get lunch or something. Go to a coffee shop. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna get in the bed, get some rest, and hopefully this is the most chaos that we will go through this whole 4-day. Good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. Good morning. It is day 2. I got up around 9:30 this morning and then just hung out. It's around 11:15 right now. I'm about to Uber and go get some brunch. I'm not going to put any makeup on because I think when I'm done with that, I'm going to come back here and go to the gym and maybe do the pool. If it's nice out, we'll see. But let's go get some food and coffee. I went to Church and Union. They do brunch on Saturdays and Sundays, and if you don't have a reservation, you might have to wait because it was packed. Luckily, it was just me, so I didn't have to wait. But I got the fried chicken biscuit. It was so good. And then I love when restaurants bring you the check-in books. I think that is so neat. But I ended up walking back to the hotel instead of Ubering because the walk really wasn't that bad. So I just Ubered there to begin with to make sure it wasn't in like a sketch area, but it was good. Then went back to the hotel, did my devotion, let my food settle before I went to the gym. I did some body weight exercises and then ran on the elliptical for 30 minutes. As soon as I finished, I went upstairs, put my bathing suit on, grabbed my Kindle, and went down to the pool to read for a little bit. It was overcast, so it felt really nice outside, not too hot. Then, I kid you not, as soon as I came inside, it started like monsooning, like the most ridiculous storm I have seen in a while. It was raining so hard, and I missed it by like a minute, which was crazy. But I got ready for work, had some coffee while I did that, and then put my uniform on and headed to the airport. Charlotte has a bunch of these moving walkways, but they always break. Like, they never work like they're supposed to. And then the terminal is just like this all summer long. So crowded, you can't even move. It was crazy. we were delayed a little bit, so I went down to the crew room, heated up some lunch, and then we made it to San Francisco. I always forget how cold San Francisco is in the summer. It is 60 and windy. It is so cold outside. It was freezing on the plane. Then we went outside. We had to wait forever for the shuttle. And then once we got on the shuttle, it took forever to get out of the airport because we had to stop at like 5 different places and let people off and pick people up. And oh man, I like was so cold though. I hate being cold. Like I would much rather be hot and sweaty than cold. Like I can't stand being cold. But anyways, it is 11:20 local time. Our van is at 10:20. So I need to be up at least by 9:20, but I think I'm gonna set my alarm for 8:20 because I want to be able to do my devotion before we leave tomorrow, because I think we'll get in kind of late. Well, not too late tomorrow, so I could probably do it tomorrow afternoon. I don't know, we'll see. But I also am so close to finishing the book Spare. That book has taken me so long to get through. Like some of the parts are interesting, but most of it I just haven't really cared about. So it's been hard for me to read because I'm just like not super interested in a lot of it. But yeah, I'm super close to finishing that. So I'm the type of person, once I start something, I have to finish it even if I don't enjoy it. Like I'm like that with movies, TV shows, books, like all of it. If I start it, it'll drive me nuts if I don't finish it, even if I like hate it. So that's where we are. I really don't know how to feel about this book, but most of it I'm just kind of been like whatever about. So I don't know. I think that's why it's been taking me so long to finish it. But I do want to finish that so I can start a new one tomorrow for our 2 flights. But yeah, I am tired. I'm ready for bed. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. I just want one day of on-time departures and on-time arrivals. Like that's all I ask. Please, one day. Please. Anyways, good night guys. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. It is day 3. Normally this would be go home day for me, but we still have one more day, guys. If it wasn't so cold in San Francisco, I would go outside because we're like right next to the water, even though this water looks really like mud. So I'm kind of confused. I don't know if it's like dried out a little bit, but yeah, I would maybe go like sit on that bench down there and do my devotion instead of being up here, but it's way too cold for all that. I didn't bring my cold brew this trip because I did not have time to brew it, so I'm having to drink hot coffee, but that's okay. I can get over it. It is 8:15. I got up around 7:30 this morning, but I'm gonna do my devotion really quickly and then start getting ready, and then if I have time after that before the van, I'll read some of my book. Hopefully I can get all that read before we leave, because I think I have another book that's ready for me to download from my library. So hopefully I can read and get all that stuff done this morning, but I tend to move a little slower in the morning time, so we'll see how much I get done before van time. I was able to get everything done that I wanted to before we left for the airport, so love that. Of course, I had to take a video of the little coffee robot, like so fun when it interacts with you. But we switched to a 737 for day 3 for our 2 legs. We flew through Dallas and then ended up in Newark, which we had leftover first class meals. Nobody ever wants to eat this. It's like a cauliflower fiesta bowl, I think is what it's called, but it's basically just a healthy burrito bowl, and it's actually really good. It looks disgusting, I'll give you that, but it's actually good, and the little side that it comes with is really good too. We had some time in Dallas, so I went through Starbucks, which shout out to user Steve Perry 5714 for providing me this refuel. We love it. Thank you so much. We made it to Newark, and we have a new terminal now. I haven't flown through here since we got it, and it is so nice compared to the old one, but there are some kinks, like the exit that took forever to get out of. Then we made it to the hotel, did my little bed bug check. It's not extremely thorough, but it's better than nothing. Earlier today, I thought when we got to the hotel, I would go to the gym because this hotel has such a nice gym, but it is almost 12:30 a.m. I am not going to the gym. But also, for some reason, I thought we got in earlier, like around like 9, not 12:30. But we have a short layover again, so I'm going to get ready for bed, maybe read a little bit, and call it a night. Only one more leg, guys. One more, and we'll be home. Can't wait. We have finally reached day 4, go home day. We are a little bit delayed today, but it's only one leg. And as of right now, we're only delayed by like 15 minutes, so that's fine. We're still gonna be getting home within an hour of our original scheduled time, so we can handle that. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed anymore because I'm ready to be home. Day 4 started out with coffee, of course, and then I did my devotion. After that, I got ready and had a little extra time, so I read some of my book. I'm reading Lessons in Chemistry, which I am loving so far. You guys, I cannot get over how much nicer this terminal is than our old one. Like, if you flew through our old one, then you know. Also, love that airports are putting in these huge signs now with flight information. Like, so genius. That 4-day felt so long. When you have delays and issues like that, like pretty much every single day, like we did on this trip, it is just so long. You're so over it. I'm so ready to be in my car and ready to get home. Thank goodness I had a good crew, because if I would have had a crappy crew, like that trip would have been just so miserable. Thank goodness I had a good crew to like laugh with and stuff on the flights, because if you're around people that complain about everything, then it's just, that makes a long, long trip. So thank goodness that I was not surrounded by that, because I don't know if I could handle that. But it is August 1st today, so happy August, everybody. I have 2 days off, and then I will start my first official trip for the month of August. I have 5 3-days this month, so, and each one I have a couple days off in between, so that's really good. I'm not stacking them up like I did last month, because that was too much for me. So I like a good break in between trips. I think I have at least 1 day off between every trip, but I think most of them I have at least 2. I was thinking, a lot of you guys will ask sometimes in videos, like, what does this mean when you say this? Or like, we don't know what you're talking about when you say this. So I was thinking about doing like a flight attendant, like lingo type video, like just saying like what all the different things mean, like when I say like 222, or when I say like ODAN, or like that kind of stuff. So if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know, and I'll make a video kind of explaining things that we just say on a regular basis. And if there are any like phrases or words that you're like, what does this mean, then put them in the comments and I will do them in that video. But as always, any questions, comments, whatever, put them in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.